Russia. The first semi-final at Futsal 2000. It's a repeat of last year's European Championship final. It's Spain against Russia. Well, they know each other well enough. Russia perhaps disappointed with their form during the second phase of FIFA Futsal 2000. The same can't be said of Spain. Spain have really been outstanding. In the first phase they beat Cuba, Iran and Argentina. In the second phase they beat Croatia, Portugal and the Netherlands. They've conceded just 3 goals in the whole tournament. Russia started promisingly. They beat Argentina 7-1 in their first game in the second phase, but then they suffered defeat against Egypt and Brazil. But the win against Argentina enough to take them through. Spain, though, a joy to watch. Daniel has scored in every game and got 2 when Spain defeated the Netherlands 7-0 in a Futsal final fixture for the Dutch. That really, they were dispirited, disorganised, easy for Spain. It'll be much tougher here. As regards the Russian team, well, now they can call on their top scorer. Konstantin Yeremenko was suspended for the 6-2 defeat by Brazil on Wednesday. Like Spain, they're good to watch, but perhaps worryingly, they have been conceding a lot of goals. 12 now in their last 2 games. Among the dignitaries looking on there, Michel Platini, now a FIFA advisor. He was skillful enough in his time as a player. He's got the opportunity now to see some of the skills on show from these top futsal teams. Sepp Blatter, the FIFA president, is in the centre of the picture. Futsal, the growing world game. Mikhail Bondarev, the Russian coach, been in charge for just over a year. He was also until recently coach of Dina Moscow. We're all set to get underway. The first semi-final at FIFA Futsal 2000, and it's Russia who get us away. They're attacking from right to left, and it's Yeremenko on the ball. Yeremenko, a phenomenal talent. So many goals in futsal for Russia. Before this championship started, he'd scored 119 goals in just 61 games. He scored 10 in 5 games in the European Championship. In this tournament, he's scored a goal in every game he's played. Just a reminder of the rules briefly. It's 5 aside. Each game lasts for 40 minutes, and a 1-minute timeout can be called by each team in each half. The outfield players can go into the goal areas. No throw-ins. The ball is kicked into play. And when a sixth foul is committed, there's the opportunity for the team to punish the team who have committed the fouls by taking a penalty from the 10-metre mark. Spain on the attack. Anxious shot there by Javier Rodriguez. Never really got hold of that. He was snatching at the shot. Poor pass that by Yeremenko, intercepted by Daniel, who's been one of the stars of the tournament. Russia normally so neat and precise with their passing. Spain with perhaps more flair. Russia certainly well organised. They're one of the teams at the championship who try to make changes once the five of the five outfield players have been on for a couple of minutes, and it's Russia attacking here. Promising attack that. Javier Rodriguez across to try and get the block in as Markin threatened. Russia with an impressive record in futsal. They were third in Spain in '96. Yeremenko is in great form in those championships in '96, and it's Yeremenko on the ball here. Oh, wonderful start! What a start for Russia! Vereshnikov, the skipper, has put them in front. It was an incredible angle for him. How on earth did he manage to get that in? Yeremenko able to go on. He was away past Javier Rodriguez, and that was such a tight finish for the skipper Vereshnikov. He was almost on the goal line, but he was still able to square the ball past Jesus, and Russia have got the early initiative here. Only the fourth goal that Spain have conceded in these championships. These the two giants of European futsal. And another opening here for Russia. Oh, how did he miss that? Markin. Vereshnikov, the scorer, just being substituted. And Vereshnikov there almost helping to set up a second Russian goal for Markin. Orok. Now Daniel. Clever work by Javier Rodriguez. Solid challenge by Akedi Bilay. Strong challenge there by Daniel. Let Kachchuk know that he meant business. Bilay on the ball now. Here's Kachchuk. Bilay once more. Malyushev. Very workmanlike start by Russia. Chuganov. Chuganov again. A bit more width about Russia's play. That's a surging run forward by Kachchuk. They've got the corner. But what a start this has been for Russia. In the earlier games, Spain were able to dominate from the start. They're finding Russia a very different proposition, as you would expect in the semi-finals of a championship like this. See from this angle just how tight the angle was for Vereshnikov there. Expertly done. Russia ahead. Spain with the kick in. Here's Orok. Now Daniel. Shot over the top there by Julio. Julio has been in impressive form in these championships, as has that man, Oleg Denisov, who denied Spain in the European Championships last year, made 2 saves in a penalty shootout. Russia, European champions on penalties. It's Spain attacking here with Julio. Good catch by Denisov. Bile unable to keep the throw, which come to a very, very fast pace back on the surface there. Oro. Javier Sanchez offering some good support. Daniel now confronted by Yeremenko. Russians have made more changes. They like to switch players after just 2 minutes. Ensures that they keep the tempo of the game high. It has been a high tempo already. Oral now for Spain. Yeremenko showing that as well as scoring goals, he can also try and help stopping them going in at the other end. Daniel on the ball. Javier Sanchez just trying to spin away from his marker. Rishnikov was very tight to him. Forward by Oral. Jesus forced to come a long way out of his goal. Spain have had their problems. Jesus is the first choice, but their second and third choices, Luis Amado and Guillermo, are both injured. FIFA have given them special dispensation to bring in Ricardo as standing goalkeeper. Here's the goal scorer, Varishnikov. Well done by Varishnikov. Yeremenko threatening inside the goal area. Marking. Daniel scrapping for possession, and he was fouled there by Alec Berov. First foul of the game. We've been playing for over 5 minutes. Oral. Now Daniel. Javier Sanchez, good run by Javier Sanchez. Oh, and the goalkeeper didn't know too much about that. Denisov just able to make the block. But Javier Sanchez already looking very lively. Russia need to be alert to the danger. Oral. Now Daniel. Nicely worked by Russia. Oral. Now Julio. Great movement here from Spain. Daniel on the ball. Javier Sanchez twisting and turning, just trying to drag one of the markers away from the edge of the defensive D. Here's Varishnikov. Yeremenko. Yeremenko playing well back, trying to assess all the options here for Russia. A surging run forward by Varishnikov. Might have been better off actually leaving that pass because Markin was in a good position. That was a solid challenge by Yeremenko. Russians looking very forceful, very determined in defence, giving Spain no room on the ball here. That was a wasted effort by Daniel. Never got hold of the shot. Moments of anxiety really for Spain, having conceded that early goal. Varishnikov, the goal scorer. Russia will also look for a second chance, which fell Markin's way. A chance which he perhaps should have taken, but didn't. Russia prepared for these championships with a 4-team tournament which included Iran and Ukraine, but the senior side lost to the Russian under-21 team. Perhaps an indication that there's plenty still in reserve for Russia. Santi encouraged to get forward. Imperious figure at the back for Spain, Santi. Malyushev needed some help there, and it was provided by Belai, who was unable to return the compliment by getting the ball upfield. Santi. Now Daniel. Another opportunity for Santi. Daniel. Shot was blasted against his own teammate, Javi Sanchez. Great support here for Spain throughout the tournament. Some of the supporters were offered 2-week tours of Guatemala. Many have come here just for the second week, so confident were they that Spain would make progress. Spain second favourites for the championship. Brazil, the 3 times world champions, definitely favourites. Russia, though, perhaps sensing here that they might create another surprise, as they did in last year's European Championship. They needed penalties, but they did beat Spain. Belai. Russia have the kicking. Katschuk fouled. Francisco Salinas, the senior referee. Russia with a free kick. And a back heel there by Belai, which very nearly came off for him. Malyushev there changing direction as he angled the ball back across the defensive D. Daniel. Now Santi. Oral just trying to poke the ball forward there towards Javi Sanchez. Spain now looking to switch things in attack. Javi Sanchez has dropped to a deeper position. He has been operating right on the edge of the Russian defensive D, who's been closely watched at the moment by Malyushev. It's a man-marking job. Malyushev against Javi Sanchez. Another good opportunity for Spain. Daniel, who scored in all 6 games there, wide. Russia ready to make another switch. Belai has gone off to be replaced by Yeremenko. Surging run forward there by the skipper Vereshnikov. Couldn't quite find Katschuk. Nicely done by Yeremenko and by Markin. Spain with the bulk of the possession. Russia with the first goal. Almost at the halfway point now in the first half. Markin concedes the kick in under pressure there from Oral. Santi. Now Daniel, who's about to be replaced by Joan. Back comes Spain with Santi. Vereshnikov is now given the job of marking Javi Sanchez. Shot by Oral was charged down. It's an opportunity for Russia to try and break quickly, but that was a foul by Javi Sanchez, much as he might protest about the decision. Both these teams vastly experienced. Yeremenko is age 30. The youngest member of the Russian squad is 24. Spain now have the kick in. Yermolenko took more than the required 4 seconds to get the ball in play. The idea of these rules in futsal is to keep the game flowing. There's now a bit more fluency from the Spaniards. Shot there by Orol was swept across the face of goal. Change of movement and a change of pace there by Orol, very nearly catching Russia out. Russia, Brazil and the Netherlands with the three other teams that Javier Lozano, the Spanish coach, picked out as being likely semi-finalists. Well, he got 3 of the 4 right. The unexpected package was Portugal. It's Portugal who faced the world champions Brazil in the second semi-final. Nicely done by Yermolenko to get away from Paulo Roberto. And Yermolenko there just in on the end of the cross. There's a problem as well here because the goal frame has come away, but the attack continues. Santi. Good block by Denisov there from Johan. Now there'll have to be a hold up here. The clock is stopped when the ball isn't in play, and Yermolenko there desperately close to getting Russia's second goal, but repair work is now necessary. You might just see here as Yermolenko's momentum took him into the goal, he took most of the netting with him. Well, there could here be a considerable hold-up, because the goal is angled back, and if it's in that position, it's not the required height. Some fairly brutal repair work. Jesus, the goalkeeper, also helping out. The strong arm tactics seem to be working. Sepp Blatter there, the FIFA president, will be pleased with what he's seen so far. Some of the quality of the football, particularly from Russia, and their passing has been very good early on. The officials are now satisfied that the goal is back in place, and it's Spain who had the corner. Here come Russia again. Nice trickery there from Katschuk. Bila. Katschuk once more. He's popping up everywhere inside the Russian half, it seems. Joan. Now Santi. Thumping drive there from Orol. But for the moment, Spain are being restricted to long-range efforts. They need to get the ball closer to the Russian goal. 15 attempts on goal for Spain so far. 8 of them have been on target. And here comes Spain again with Santi. Can't shake off Bila. Joan. Here he is again. Now Orol. Santi with the opportunity to get forward. Paulo Roberto produced some magic for the Spaniards in midweek against the Netherlands, and then Joan came close to at least finding the target, but once more Spain forced to try long-range shooting. Malyushev. Orol just able to get a foot in. Chuganov. Yet more patient approach play. It's been a game of few chances. Great respect here. Spain know what Russia are capable of. Spain, a magnificent record in futsal. Beaten finalists in the European Championship, beaten finalists at Futsal 96. Katschuk. Now Beeline. Both very light and nimble on their feet. That wasn't bad either by Oral. Nice skill on the ball. The confidence there to play his way out of trouble. Back comes Spain again. There's a misunderstanding there between Julio and Joan. Both stopped, anticipating the other player would get to the ball first. Fairly healthy indoor scene in both Russia and Spain. An obvious reason for it being so in Russia is the fact that they've got such poor weather, but there's a goal there that has been scored by Paulo Roberto. The delight is there for all to see. He was very impressive against the Netherlands, where he scored a wondrous goal. There he was a bit fortunate, it was a rebound, but it doesn't really matter to Spain at the moment. They're back in this now. Clever trickery, and it was actually an own goal. It was the player on the line who got the final touch, marking. Timeout has been called by Spain. Time now for Javier Lozano, the coach, to talk to his players, to encourage his players. He won't need to encourage that man. Paulo Roberto has made it 1-1. Spain have persisted with the tactic of having a striker on the edge of the D, and Paulo Roberto there able to do what Javi Sanchez couldn't do, and that was to turn the defender. Markin though had the final touch. Ball pinged around, but it went off Paulo Roberto and then in off Markin. There'll doubtless be arguments about that for long to come. Paulo Roberto will certainly want to claim it. Paulo Roberto, actually born in Brazil, but now a Spanish citizen. He's on the ball again here. Spain beginning to increase the tempo. Oral well fought. More good work by Paulo Roberto, but he couldn't deceive Vereshnikov. Vereshnikov, very dependable and solid for Russia. Santi. Joan. This time it doesn't quite pay off for Paulo Roberto. Yeremenko now to bring the ball out of defence for Russia. And Spain have the kick in. Determined play by Paulo Roberto. Santi. He was allowed to go all the way. Russia were backing off, and that presented Spain with the opportunity to again try and test Denisov. Oh, and that was a poor pass by Alec Berov. And here come Spain once more. Far more fluency now about Spain's play. Yet more dogged defence from the Russians. They're getting those white shirts across to cover most of the attacks. Yeremenko. Markin has now taken a breather to be replaced by Malyushev. Yeremenko again. Two more substitutions for Russia. Belayon as is Katschuk, who's immediately gone well forward. And there's the latest switch, Chuganov. Rolling substitutions allowed in futsal, and Russia making full use of the opportunity to change their ideas by making those switches. All 4 outfield players replaced, usually after just 2 or 3 minutes of play. Here's Bila, forward by Petschov. Solid work there by Paolo Roberto, who's now gone forward to take up his position on the edge of the D. Closely watched though, this time by Chuganov. Paolo Roberto on the ball. Couldn't quite get in on the end of the return pass. Mazy run forward by Malyushev, but he stood on the ball, and there's another chance here for Paolo Roberto. Brilliant save there by Denisov. There's another good chance for Paolo Roberto, who's warming to his task here. Well, the slip there presented Spain with a clear-cut opening, and Paolo Roberto just unable to steer the ball beneath Denisov's body. Good save by the goalkeeper. Santi. Julio just ahead of him, still with Santi. Russians have now called timeout. There's just over 2.5 minutes of the first half remaining. Mikhail Bondarev, the Russian coach, knows his players well enough, as does Javier Lorenzo, the Spanish coach. Lozano, a great student of the game of futsal. Magnificent stadium this. It's filling up in anticipation of the next semi-final we've got here, which is the 3 times world champions Brazil against Portugal. This one has been absorbing to watch. Perhaps not the thrills which we've seen earlier in the tournament, but there's so much at stake here. 1 game away from the final. Here come Russia again. Katschuk on the ball. How they missed him against Brazil. Katschuk suspended, as was Yeremenko. Katschuk. Now Beeline. A nice approach play once more from Russia. Orel takes a tumble. And here comes Spain again. Julio on the ball. Here's Orel. Now Jawan. Another final ball in there by Spain, who are trying to vary their tactics in attack now. Instead of just having 1 man on the edge of the defensive D, they're pushing 2 forward. At the moment it's Abel Sanchez and Julio. Score of the equalising goal, Paolo Roberto has gone off. Nicely done that by Vorishnikov. Good covering as well by Orel, alert to the danger there. Alikberov with the kick-in. Vorishnikov just easing the ball out towards Yeremenko. Vorishnikov once more. Russia here with Markin making a nuisance of himself inside the Spanish defensive D. Yeremenko. Nice turn of foot there by Yeremenko, but it didn't deceive Julio. Here's Markin now. Baryshnikov, scorer of the opening goal. Yeremenko, who's got such a phenomenal goal-scoring record for Russia. Markin. Quickly closed down, though, by Yuan. A trip there, which sends both Baryshnikov and the goalkeeper Jesus tumbling. Accidental, though. Spain have another opportunity to build from the back with Orol. It's Julio. Orol once more. Alves Sanchez on the edge of the D. And Joan just unable to get the cross in there as he twisted and turned and tried to create a better angle for himself. Baryshnikov. Now Yeremenko. Good save by Jesus, but that will be the last chance of this first half. Absorbing rather than enthralling. Not a great deal of excitement, but so much at stake for these two teams. Even the Spanish supporters a bit subdued. They were certainly subdued when Russia took the lead through Baryshnikov. Russia had a second good chance, Markin shooting wide, but Paulo Roberto has equalised now for Spain. And at half-time here in El Domo, it's Spain 1, Russia 1. Check then on the first half match facts. Spain 21 goal attempts, 11 shots on target. Russia far more economical, 8 attempts, 6 shots on target and a goal. Just 3 fouls in the first half. Russia with the ball for possession. Welcome back from me, Tony Jones. Here we are then, semi-final 1 at FIFA Futsal 2000. It's Spain 1, Russia 1. We have to have a winner here. If it's level at the end of 20 minutes now, we go to extra time. We have a golden goal maybe, or we could have penalties. All will be decided. There has to be a winner here. Russia got off to the perfect start, a goal for their skipper Baryshnikov. They had another good chance, Markin shooting wide, but then Paulo Roberto equalised for Spain. Shot went in off his back and Markin. It's 1-1. Francisco Salinas, our senior referee from Paraguay, just checking with his other officials, and now we're underway. Spain here in the red shirts, attacking from right to left. found Russia well organised in defence during the first half. Spain had plenty of shots, but many of their efforts were from long range. Russia, the current European champions. Russia, who beat Spain in that European Championship final, a game which they won on penalties. It was a game in which Oleg Denisov, the goalkeeper, excelled. 2 saves in the penalty shootout. We could be heading towards penalties here. There's still some way to go. Alek Berov now on the ball for Russia. Here's the goal scorer, Baryshnikov. Now Yeremenko, who tends to be at the centre of most things when he's on the pitch for Russia. Russia electing to make substitutions every 2 minutes. Rolling substitutions in futsal. Players can go off and then come back on again. Baryshnikov, who scored here, also got 2 from the penalty spot against Argentina. 3 points in that game, enough to take Russia through into the semi-finals. They didn't perform particularly well in their second group matches. They beat Argentina 7-1. Argentina losing a bit of discipline. But then Russia were beaten by Egypt. A big surprise that. And also by Brazil. But they've done enough thanks to Argentina's win over Egypt. First foul of the second half is committed by Russia. 6, and they'll concede a penalty from the 10-metre mark. Orel and Daniel, the 2 over the free kick. Here's Daniel. Good save by Denisov. But Daniel there had a clear sight of goal. Daniel, one of the stars for Spain. Denisov, one of the stars for Russia. Julio. Now Orel. Is Daniel. Cleverly done by Julio. Forward by Yeremenko. Good running here by Yeremenko, but the pass forward was a poor one. Alek Berov there with the opportunity to get Yeremenko forward. Yeremenko here adopting a rather withdrawn role for Russia, mostly playing deep inside his own half. Russia prepared to sit back when Spain have possession. Great work there by Julio. Orel it was rather who got the shot in, and Denisov who made the save. First real glimpse of goal here for Spain at the start of the second half. Daniel with the corner kick. Here is Julio. Now Orel. Daniel again. Javi Sanchez trying to make a nuisance of himself on the edge of the D. Oh, fantastic save that by Denisov. What a brilliant stop there to deny Daniel. Clever play as well by Javi Sanchez there on the edge of the D. And here come Russia. Still with Russia. Good chance there for Alek Berov, which he couldn't take. Yeremenko. No foul. Back comes Spain. Pace has really hotted up. Javi Sanchez. And there's Daniel. He's delivered again. Spain in front. Daniel maintains this fabulous record of having scored in every game. He started it and he was there to finish it. Accepted the return pass there from Javi Sanchez. Russia denied at the other end. And Daniel now has punished them. Good finish by Daniel. And Spain in front. Spain 2, Russia 1. Haven't quite had 3 minutes of the second half. What will the response be now from Russia? Russia, who in the second stage have been disappointing. They've conceded a few too many goals. Russia now perhaps losing their way. It's just the lift which Spain wanted at the start of the second half. He's had a magnificent championship for Spain. Scored in every game. He's played in all 7 and he's scored in all 7. Daniel once more. Nicely done by Daniel. Good turn as well there by Javi Sanchez. Another corner here for Spain. Spain looking much more of a threat here in the second half. Now they have the advantage. Now they've got the initiative. Orol. Now Santi. Cleverly done this again by Spain. Another chance, but one which Orol has wasted. Good approach play by Spain there. Daniel had come out of the middle, and that allowed Orol to get forward. And although Denisov was unlucky with the first effort, the second one was a poor one. Orol missing out. Still a bit tense and tentative. Now we have a problem with the match ball. There's netting up behind both goals to protect the supporters sitting there. And that ball span over the top of the net. It's now been replaced. Here comes Spain once more. Will they begin to relax now they've got their noses in front? Daniel on the ball. Now Santi. Javi Sanchez. Javi Sanchez once more. Nice one-touch play from Spain. Daniel. Fought quickly under pressure there. Here he is again. Orol with the opportunity to come forward. Javi Sanchez now. Dispossessed though by Yeremenko. Yeremenko needs some support. Brushed aside the challenge there from Daniel. Forward by Varishnikov. Spain able to make the block. Sense here that Russia need to increase the tempo a little bit. They haven't started the second half particularly brightly. Yeremenko on the ball. Quickly closed down there by Daniel, and he hurried the pass. Yeremenko now 30, plays for the Dino Moscow club, as do so many of this Russian squad. Yeremenko has won 8 Russian league titles. He's been player of the year there 6 times. Daniel on the ball. He must be one of the contenders for player of the tournament here at FIFA Futsal 2000. Great work there by Adiva to get forward then and try and take advantage of the opening created by Javi Sanchez. Russia well organised again in defence. Yeremenko, Varishnikov well forward. Here's Alek Berov. Russia make yet another switch. Kachchuk has come on. Kachchuk, who missed the game against Brazil, as did Yeremenko. Both were suspended. Markin on the ball. Foul there on Kachchuk by Daniel. Foul count now in the second half is 1-1. Nicely done by Kachchuk. Couldn't quite work the ball through though to Kupetskov. Javi Rodriguez now on for Spain. It's Javi Rodriguez who's currently on the ball. So back come Russia. Katschuk unable to pick out the player ahead of him, who was Kupetschov. This is more encouraging from Russia. Katschuk. Cleverly done by Belai. Katschuk on the ball. Kupetschov. Here comes Agafonov. Produced a save. Encouragement at last in the second half for Russia. Nicely done there by Kupetschov. Good running by Agafonov and a decent stop by Jesus. Forward come Spain. Tenacious work in there by Katschuk. He's had a good tournament for Russia, Katschuk. Santi now for Spain. Javi Rodriguez unable to make too much of the chance there. Back come Russia. Delightfully done by Kupetschov. Agafonov. Here's Katschuk. But Russia have given the ball away once more. They've got players back quickly, but there's a chance here for Daniel. Scoop back across there towards Adeva. Katschuk was alert and aware to the danger. Agafonov, whose surging runs forward have been a feature of Russia's play in this tournament. Here he is again. Kupetschov forward there towards Agafonov. Better movement though now from Russia. They're still unable to find any real purpose though in front of goal. They led with that goal from Vrishnikov. They were pegged back by Paolo Roberto. Daniel has now given Spain the lead. Spain here looking for some revenge, beaten by Russia in the European Championship final. That was a terrible pass. Trying to pick out the official on the near side, Perry-Gautier. Perry-Gautier, who officiated at the 1996 final, the final which Brazil won, beating Spain in Barcelona 6-4. Yeremenko. Shot was charged down there by Javi Rodriguez. And Yeremenko! Chance for Yeremenko, but good goalkeeping by Jesus. Well, Yeremenko there was just unable to get his foot around the ball. Jesus was able to react and to get it to safety. But Yeremenko always a threat, as is Vrishnikov. Santi able to get a foot in and there to dispossess Kupetschov. Here comes Spain again with Juan. Javi Rodriguez, great skill by Javi Rodriguez. Denisov again able to make the block. In the first half it was Javi Sanchez who was causing the problems for Spain. Now it's Javi Rodriguez. Almost at the halfway point in the second half. Spain leading 2-1. Are they on their way to their second successive World Futsal final? Malyushev needs some support there, but none was arriving. Surrounded by red shirts, 3 against 1. Possession now 50-50. It's been an even game, but now Spain do have the advantage. They've got the initiative. They lead 2-1. Adeva. Javi Rodriguez. Spain happy to keep possession, happy in the knowledge that they're leading 2-1 and there's less than 10 minutes to play. Great work there, and a magnificent save again by Denisov. He just managed to get his fingers to that shot from Javier Rodriguez. Denisov leading the way once more. Fabulous skill by Javi Rodriguez, and what a great stop that was. Inspired goalkeeping. Effort by Santi was wide of the post. This time, Denisov didn't have to make the save. Shot was well wide. Russia have again changed all 4 outfield players. Adiva. Now Javier Rodriguez. Santi with Adiva well forward. Juan has continued to run inside the D, and he couldn't pick up the through pass there from Javier Rodriguez. Agafonov. Mazy run forward here. Katschuk. Agafonov again. Santi with a very important block. Santi reads the game so well. Very confident in defence for Spain. Petskov. Here's Katschuk. Created the opening. Oh, wondrous save! That was fantastic. Even Bilal can't understand how Jesus got down to make that save. The goalkeeper by right should have been deceived by the change of direction. That was truly outstanding. Here come Russia again. Searching run forward by Katschuk. This time he wasn't tested. Spain's most capped player and excelling there. He was diving the wrong way, but he was still able to readjust and to get a hand on to that effort from Bilal. Russia have the free kick. They'll have been given encouragement by that effort from Bilal. On by Katschuk. Katschuk again. Now Agafonov. Bilal. Francisco Salinas just indicating there that the ball had gone off the Spanish player, but Spain have won the ball back here, and it's Santi just unable to thread the ball through towards Juan. Anxious moments for Russia. More substitutions by the Russians. Yaremenko is on. Russia now need something special from Yaremenko. But back comes Spain with Juan. Here's Julio. Pace of the game is now quickening. Santi. He's got Julio just ahead of him. Adeva is also making moves forward. Here's Malyushev. Now Yaremenko. Malyushev again. He tried perhaps to do a bit too much there. Ball came to him at a very difficult angle. He did his best to recover. Futsal ball is softer than a football. It encourages good close control. Adeva now. Spain have the kick in. Adeva with the opportunity to have a look up and then to pick out Julio. Paulo Roberto now. Nice change of pace by Paulo Roberto. Another fine save by Denisov. Back again come Russia. Varishnikov, their goal scorer, on the ball. Is Malyushev. Now Yaremenko. Markin. Malyushev. Cleverly done by Malyushev to try and create a bit more space for Varishnikov. Markin. Varishnikov well advanced for Russia. Russia now set to make 3 substitutions. Kupetskov. Nice change of pace there by Bilai, but Santi across to get a foot on the ball. Bilai was lucky. Here's Kupetskov. Now Agafonov. Bilai again. Agafonov unable to create an opening for Russia. Russia aware that time is running out. It's just over 5 minutes of the second half remaining. Agafonov. Kupetskov. Agafonov for a second time. Russia continuing to be patient. They need to inject a bit of pace into their attacks. Maybe they can supply it now, but they've given the ball away. Adeva has done well to keep it in play too. Here's Julio. Spain not prepared to be too adventurous. It's been a tense game, this. Denisov getting the Spanish and Russian supporters there on the edges of their seat as he came out to make the block from Adeva. Ball spinning off his foot, but spinning to safety. Russia again try to build from the back. Katschuk on the ball. He has got pace. So too is Bilai. Final pass again lacked any real purpose or direction. Will this be Spain's year? Beaten finalists at the last World Futsal. Beaten finalists in the European Championship last year. Beaten by Russia on penalties last year. But at the moment, the Spanish supporters are by far the happier. Russia need to find some inspiration. They haven't had too much inspiration in this tournament. They were very impressive against Argentina in the first game in the second phase, but they were poor against both Egypt and Brazil. Adeva. Now Paulo Roberto. Forward by Adeva. Santi always comfortable on the ball. Here's Adeva. Paulo Roberto, cleverly done by Paulo Roberto. 2 unable to get in the challenge. Here's Santi. Solid challenge there. Ball had gone out though for a Spanish kick-in. Spain with plenty of good possession. They want to keep hold of the ball. The longer they keep the ball, the longer the clock starts ticking down. They know that they are closer to the final. Here's Adeva. Hoddle with a diagonal run. Spain have another kick-in. On the touchline at the moment, Agafonov, the Russian, has been given some attention. He seems to be okay now, and Russia really do need him out there, particularly if they plan to make any more substitutions. There's only just 2.5 minutes remaining. Yeremenko. Now Vereshnikov. Yeremenko again. Cleverly done by Yeremenko, and he was fouled there by Paolo Roberto. Francisco Salinas, the referee, right up with play. Yeremenko knows that now Russia have a very good chance to try and create something. Jesus organising his defensive cover. Markin and Yeremenko maybe trying to conjure something. Oh, another fine save by Jesus. He was falling backwards there, but he was still able to get in the way of the shot from Alec Berov. More good goalkeeping at the other end now. But it's still with Spain. And how on earth did Oral miss that? Cleverly done by Daniel there to square the ball back across the D. It's getting a bit desperate. Yeremenko, he could go all the way, and it's gone in. It's Vereshnikov again. Just under 2 minutes remaining. The game suddenly opened up, and it's opened up once more for Alexander Vereshnikov. The skipper leading by example, just as he did in the first half when he gave Russia the lead. Solid run forward there by Yeremenko, using his weight to just hold off the challenge. And there was a lucky break at the end of it, but perhaps Russia deserves some good fortune. Vereshnikov with the goal. Timeout has now been called. Vereshnikov has equalised. It's Spain 2, Russia 2. We have less than 2 minutes remaining. Are we now facing a grandstand finish, or are we anticipating extra time, possibly a golden goal, or maybe even penalties? It went to penalties in the European Championship when these two teams met in the final. Yeremenko there just hugging his skipper, Vereshnikov, scorer of the second goal for Russia, set up by Yeremenko. Now we have a game on. What will the response be now from Spain? Will they attack in the hope of snatching a winner? Will they perhaps be more cautious, aware that Russia can perhaps catch them out on the counter-attack? Russian side possess plenty of pace. It's been a game of few clear-cut openings, and when they have been able to break through, Spain have found Oleg Denisov in the Russian goal in fine form. Javi Sanchez. Now Santi. Here's Daniel. Javi Sanchez. Santi. Thumping drive there from Daniel, which took a deflection. It actually took a deflection off Javi Sanchez. Another timeout has been called, this time by Russia. 65 seconds now on the clock. He's enjoying it, the FIFA president. Strong arm tactics there from Michel Platini. Russian coach there, Mikhail Bondarev, will be happy that his team were able to play their way out of trouble in some ways there. Russia unable to provide too much inspiration in the second half, but they have got players capable of changing a game. Yeremenko it was who was able to set up the opening for his skipper Vereshnikov. Vereshnikov's second goal which now makes it Spain 2, Russia 2. Will we get a dramatic conclusion? Will we get a winner in normal time? persisting with this 1-3-1 formation with Javier Sanchez on the edge of the defensive D. Daniel on the ball now. Here's Santi, could create the opening for himself. Terrific block though there, combined efforts of Agafonov and also Kantchuk getting the ball to safety for Russia. Daniel. Javier Sanchez just trying to wrestle for possession there on the edge of the defensive D. One last opportunity maybe now for Russia. And what an important interception that was by Santi. He got away with it. Great vision by Varishnikov there. Agafonov well forward. Kantchuk. Oh, and one last chance maybe for Spain. Javier Sanchez is brought down, and there's a yellow card there for Kantchuk, who's only just come back from suspension. 8 seconds left. Russia want to make another substitution. Kantchuk is going off. Santi now leading operations, and Spain here with 2 players on the goal line. Now they've pulled away, and it's created the opening for Daniel. Oh, sensational, sensational finish. Less than 8 seconds remain, and Daniel, Spain's player of the tournament, has perhaps scored their goal of the tournament. So cleverly worked this by Spain. They had Javier Sanchez on the line, but then he pulled away, and he just did enough to make a block there. It could be counted as obstruction against marking, but it all happened so quickly. It presented Daniel with the chance to hammer the ball in from another difficult angle. What a finish. It's all or nothing now, because there's 0.8 seconds left. We had a goal scored in one game here at Futsal 2000 with 0.1 seconds left. Yeremenko here has just got to blast the ball, surely. Well, he did, and that's the last chance that they'll get. It's Spain who get revenge for defeat in the European Championship final last year, and it's Spain who now go through to the Futsal 2000 final. Beaten finalists in Spain 4 years ago. It means so much to them. They've played some exceptional futsal in this tournament, and the delight is there for all to see. So too is the dejection. Yeremenko had scored in every game he played in. In the one that he didn't find the target, Russia were beaten. Not the greatest game which we've seen here at FIFA Futsal 2000, but we had excitement right at the very end. Less than 8 seconds remaining. We seem to be heading towards extra time and possibly penalties, but Daniel pounced, and his goal has taken Spain through to the final. A thrilling finish then. It's Spain who progress into the final. It finished Spain 3, Russia 2. There's another game for Sepp Blatter, the FIFA president, to come and watch, because next we've got Brazil against Portugal. Brazilians watch the first half of this encounter. They know all about Spain, and the Spanish supporters thrilled with their side's win. It was an effective performance as opposed to a sparkling performance, but there's so much at stake now. They didn't want to take any chances. They conceded just 3 goals in the tournament before today. Here they conceded 2 against Russia, but they still had enough firepower to sneak the win. And they did sneak in. 8 seconds left when Daniel got their winner. Spain now walk off, just as Brazil come on.